Not everyone will be happier for you. You have to understand this life that we're in, guys. It's nice that we know when we get certain accomplishments. It's nice that we sometimes want to go and tell everybody. We want to tell our family members. We want to tell our coworkers. We want to tell our friends. But you have to understand that this life we're in, not everybody will be happy for you. Not everybody wants to see you win. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. Some of y'all got secret family members who are jealous of you. Secret friends. They smile into your face. When they come to you, they smile openly. But guess what? Sometimes they have deceptive manners behind them. They sometimes have tricks behind them. Some of y'all be shocked about the same so-called people you keep in your circle. How many of them talk about you behind your back? How many of them mock you? How many of them laugh at you? You have to understand, y'all. In this life that we're in, you gotta be very careful who you telling your business to. Because not everybody will be happy for you. Sometimes, when you keep up with the news media, right? You sometimes be wondering, like, wow, how do so many rappers be dying? How do so many guys in gangs be dying? Sometimes it's their own friends, their own family members, their own gang members, their own crew who set them up. You've seen so many artists throughout the years. They become rich and successful. All of a sudden, next thing you know, they end up winding up in 9 o'clock news, murdered. You know why? Because sometimes they had jealous people in their circle. They had jealous people in their circle who probably set them up. You have to understand, y'all, is that in this life, when people don't like you, when people are secretly not happy for you, there's no telling how far a person will go. Some people, they'll just dislike you, and they'll just keep on the cover. But then there's people, y'all, to where they want to see you at the bottom. And then you got some people, they take it up a notch, to where they want to see your life taken. They don't want to see you alive no more. Do not underestimate wicked people. There was this message that came up on my feed this morning from one of the channels I watch, and the message was basically about stop always looking to see the good in people, because guess what? That good that you're looking to see in people, there might be more darkness behind them. That one good act they done for you, there might be 20 other things they did to you that was bad. Be very careful, because the enemy will use your feelings against you. People will try and deceive you. Always pay attention to a person's manners. Always pay attention to their personality, how they act. Because you might become successful. You might become rich and famous, right? But then guess what? You might have that one friend to where they'll say, oh yeah, I'm happy for you. But their eyes is telling a different story. They might be saying they're happy for you. But when you look in their eyes, you see jealousy. You see hatred. You see envy. Always pay attention to that. Do never watch a person's words, y'all. Because in this life there we're not see many people to where they talk a good game, right? They talk a good game with their mouth. They talk a good game and they say, yeah, I'm happy for so-and-so. I ain't no hater. Always watch that. Because sometimes when a person say, oh yeah, I ain't no hater, sometimes they hating. In this life that we're in, many people have had their lives cut short. Many people have ended up in prison. A lot of people have been deceived. A lot of people have been tricked because they chose to put their faith and trust in some of these so-called friends. Listen, a lot of times when it comes to people, there's sometimes always warning signs. There's sometimes signs that a person always shows. You don't just wake up one day, a lot of times that person just openly shows their colors. You don't just have a best friend or a family member who just openly show their colors. It don't always work like that. Sometimes they send signals over time. Those little red flags that you see, they're sometimes there. But the problem is with many people, they sometimes choose to overlook those red flags. They sometimes choose not to pay attention to it. And when you choose not to pay attention to it, that's what get you caught up. There's been many people, they were destined for greatness. They were destined for success. But because they never want to cut off some of those same family members, they never want to cut off some of those same friends, they end up being deceived, they end up costing them a lot. Some people have been put in prison, a lot of people have lost their lives. Not everybody will be happy for you. Not everybody wants to see you win. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. We see so many stories like this throughout the years of people who have been set by their own families. Look how many stories we're seeing about people who won the lottery, and yet some of them end up being set up by their own family members and friends. I remember in 2016, there was a guy from Georgia, I believe, won the lottery. I believe they say his own family set him up. You see so many stories like this, yo. That's why you gotta sometimes be careful who you tell your business to. Because there's people out there to where when you start to win, they got crabs and bucket mentality. Because in their mind, if they not at the top, they don't want you at the top. If they not shining, they don't want you shining. If they not going nowhere in life, they don't want you going nowhere in life. And you gotta be careful of those people. Because those type of people are people who will never want to see you succeed. They want to see you stuck in the block. They want to see you stuck in the projects. They want to see you stuck not going nowhere. They want to see you stuck being on welfare. They want to see you stuck in baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. They want to see you stuck in all of that. They don't want to see you elevate your life. That's why it's sometimes funny when you see people who come out the streets and they try to elevate their life. Some of their own friends who be hating on them. Like, think about it. They mad because you're not involved in criminal activity no more. They mad because you not want to take care of your kids. They mad now because you not in and out of prison no more. Help it make sense. It don't make sense, right? Just to show you what type of world we're in. Like the Bible says, Satan's the god of this world. And since the enemy's the god of this world, all evilness, all evil corrupt manners, people who follow his kingdom, they in it. That's all you see nowadays. A lot of people, they tend to hate the light, but they love evil. Always be careful, y'all, because everybody wants to see you succeed. But guess what? Nobody can stop it because we're God's children. But nevertheless, y'all, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, share it. Have a blessed day.